Hi, so we are back here to check on our bees. These are 2 nukes that were installed last week, so it's been 7 days, so let's see what we got here. Good sign, lots of bees. Hi ladies, smell smoke, say hello. Already misbehaving and putting comb on tops here. Okay. I did get to take a quick peek at these the other day, so I kind of have an idea of what we're going to find, but I'm super excited to see what all they've done because it was just a quick peek before. So I'm going to take out this frame, and this is the most outside edge, and they are already drawing on that side. And we're already drawing on this side. I did not see the queen when I installed the nuke, so I would like to get a look at her. Another new frame we're already drawing. And we're already full of nectar on this side. We've got some honey right here in the middle. And we have eggs. So our queen has been here recently. A heavy frame. Alright, so we have some larvae, some capped brood, and then there already have tons of bee bread and then honey up in the corners. On this side we have larvae, but they're packing in honey as fast as they can. I'm going to turn it around because it's a little bit prettier. Kind of looks like a rainbow. We've got the honey up here in the corners, the orange layer you can see, and there's the bee bread, and then the brood further down. So that looks great. They're building this comb on the bottom. I'm going to discourage them from doing. None of these are queen cells, they're just comb in the wrong location. And this snake was absolutely bursting when we put it in. We've got a lot of capped brood that looks like some larvae in here, but it also looks like they're backfilling honey. And same thing on this side. The flow is going great. And they are filling every spot they've got. And when I installed this nuke, I made the decision not to feed because we're in the middle of the honey flow, and I was like, let's just see how they do. I'm really glad I didn't, because they are doing fantastic and drawing as fast as they can on the other frames to give the queen space to lay. Got a full frame of capped brood and a full frame of capped brood. You can see it still has that rainbow shape to it, and that's what we're looking for. backfill in every cell they can. More nectar. And this is my first time having bees in this location, so you kind of never know exactly what the resources might be, other than kind of looking around and saying, well, there's a pretty good number of wildflowers blooming. So same thing, they're backfilling everywhere the brood has emerged. And same thing on this side too. Little bee staying there right at the cuticle. That is a place they love to get me at. Alright, we've got larvae in the middle. And again, backfilling everything with nectar right now. Capped brood, some larvae, backfilling everything. Of course, they've got all this comb that they've put on the bottom edges. And there's nothing laid in here right now. But I want them building comb where I want them building comb, which is on the frames. I have no doubt that if I'd had more drawn comb to give them, they would be filling supers with honey right now. This next frame is the one I kind of peeked at, and I'm super excited about this because this was a completely blank frame. So they've drawn up this side, but this side, this looks amazing. They've drawn this out. The queen has laid a bunch in here in the middle. Now they're backfilling all the rest of it with nectar. So we still have not seen the queen for this hive, but we do have eggs. So she's definitely been here. And these eggs are just starting to lay over, so they were probably laid 1 to 2 days ago. And I don't know that I can get this close enough in for you to see, but I'll get up there. One more frame right here. And they are just starting to touch this one. Of smoke. I didn't have a ton of stuff out here to light it with, so it's not the most well lit. Look, I'm closing these ladies up. Just gonna take one more quick peek, see if I can find the queen. Drone bee. pleased with how this hive is coming along. Make sure the queen's not down here. So it's definitely long enough for her to hide in. Definitely want to minimize what I'm doing that they have to repair, since I need them to just draw on the comb so that the queen continues to have space to lay. Because if she runs out of space to lay, that's a big problem. And that's what will cause them to swarm. And the way they're backfilling right now, that is the biggest risk that we face. And I don't want them to swarm because I want them to keep making me more honey. Lady may just be phenomenal at hiding. I don't think she'll be over here laying just yet. And she's supposed to be marked, which would theoretically make it easier to find her. Well, I don't see her, and I'm not going to stress them any further by continuing to look for her. Snug these up. We put our last frame back in. More check on this side, make sure she's not hiding on the underside of the lid, though I doubt it. Unproductive behavior for them. Always try to discourage. Alright, so put this back together. I just try to kind of very gently set this down so they have time to run out. Well, ladies, you're doing a fantastic job. Keep at it. Alright. Now we're going to move over to our other hive. Again, these were installed at the same time. This hive was a little bit weaker, so let's open her up and see what we got. They're starting to do the same thing over here. Do some comb on the roof. Good news is no queen up there. But they do clearly want to be moving up, so. Alright, let's see what we got over here. So, not much on this frame just yet. With this, there's not a lot here. Check this out. Drawn all this out, the queen has come over here to lay. For whatever reason, I decided to only put one on this end, and I don't know why I did that. I will probably fix that by the end. Oh no, there were two, because one's on the ground. Okay. So this is all honey. This has some little larvae in it. And because we've had a week of absolutely beautiful, fabulous weather, down on both of these, but it's going to be a little cooler. I'm going to put this on this side just to encourage them to one, draw out the other side of this frame, but also so that they will keep that new brood warm since there's not a back side to that frame. Alright, we've got capped brood with some larvae and some back filling. We've got capped brood, we've got lots of larvae. Look how orange that is right there. That is all pollen they're bringing in. I'm not enough of an expert to tell you what kind of pollen that is, but I can tell you it's exciting to see it. Take some of this bottom stuff off. I want them both to build where I want them to build at, but also these sweet bees and providing that wax for me gives me chapstick that I love. You can make other beeswax based personal care products, but I just absolutely love the chapstick. We've got a full frame of capped brood with a nice level of bee bread, which is the pollen, and a nice edge of honey. Same thing on this side. We've got capped brood in the middle, a ring of bee bread, and honey in the corners. That's a perfect looking frame. Got half brood with some larvae on the edges, honey in the corners. This is exactly what we want to see. Full frame of capped brood over here. The queen has laid out here at the edges too, which is good. This is an incredibly heavy frame. So that is all honey right there. And this is all nectar on this side. Since this is all food, there's No brood whatsoever. I'm going to put this out here on the outside edge. Alright. That frame is so heavy by comparison. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, this is all freshly drawn and it's completely full of nectar. This side, not so much yet. Doesn't look like they've done much with the other two frames that we have in here. So I'm going to take this food frame and put it right here. Just a tiny bit of rearrangement, just to encourage them to continue to draw so that the queen has plenty of space to lay. And you want to make sure you have at least 2 frames of brood next to each other, because that just helps them with any of these like last few cooler nights of April. The lows are only in the 50s though. This shouldn't be a problem for them at all. And they still have a couple frames they haven't touched yet, so I think they are good to wait on getting a box put on top, but I'm super pleased with how far they have come. Did not find the queen. I'm not going to do the whole look through again. But she's definitely laying. We have eggs getting full. They need to draw more comb, and as they do that, she'll continue to have more and more space to lay at. All right. So I'm going to close these guys up, and then I'm going to go get another box to put on this other hive over here, because I think that they are ready for more space. So I'm gonna. All right, we are back with another box to add to this hive. And we'll take the lid back off and we'll just get that added on. Now sometimes if you put a new box on and it's completely just the foundation with no drawn foam on it, the bees will not want to go up into that because they don't do that as part of their home. So what I'm actually going to do is get 2 of these middle frames and move them up, and that way the bees will know this is also part of their home, and hopefully they will not be too mad at me for doing this. Really helpful to have some more folks to do this. Keep the orientation exactly the same. going to index these back in. I'm not going to make holes in the middle of their brood nest because of that cooler weather that's coming. Ooh. Someone got me. Ooh, yep, there you got me. I don't have on the full suit because they tend not to be very aggressive this time of year and when they're fairly new. My more mature hives, I would definitely put on the full suit though, especially if you're going to really get in here and work and rearrange the whole hive. But that's fine. The occasional bee sting doesn't really hurt, and apparently once you get to 200 it really doesn't bother you, and I think about a quarter of the way there. Maybe a little further along. But usually average about 1 sting per inspection. I have one hive that's a little more aggressive. They definitely have increased that average. Alright. Now we're just going to close these ladies back up. I'm sure they're like, woohoo! We just got a condo! It's like having a little summer vacay home. Getting a big addition put onto your house. Yeah, ladies. You're going to love it. Alright. Well, that's going to be it for today. Hope you've enjoyed this first check on our newly installed nuke. They are really thriving. We are having a lovely spring. It has not rained, which is bad for a lot of other reasons, but it gives the bees plenty of times to be out and about and collecting pollen and nectar, and they are doing a phenomenal job with that. So we're going to let them get back to it. Thank you for watching along.